It has to be the hardest phone to buy on the market right now. OnePlus relies on an invite system in order to buy a CyanogenMod based smartphone. All of the latest specs are inside this amazing package that can be had for as little as $299 unlocked. But does it really live up to the hype? Is the OnePlus One truly the 2014 flagship killer the company makes it out to be? My review of the OnePlus One begins now. The OnePlus One specs pretty much match the competition pound for pound. It has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 CPU, an Adreno 330 GPU, 3 gigs of RAM, a 13 megapixel rear-facing camera that can shoot in 4K DCI resolution, and a selfie-ready 5 megapixel front-facing camera. The screen measures at 5.5 inches diagonally and boasts a full HD 1080p resolution, and everything is powered by a 3100 mAh lithium polymer battery. Early adopters of the OnePlus One praised the phone for its flagship-like specifications, but raised some concerns over the way the phone was manufactured. Many users received phones with screens that had yellow, warm areas generally located near the bottom of the display. Not everyone has received a phone with this issue, but unfortunately, I did. The yellow tint is generally only seen when a white background is present, like say reading on the internet or watching a YouTube video in portrait mode. After a month of use, I can say the yellow tint has died down a little bit. The warmness is not as prevalent as it once was. There's speculation going around that OnePlus was shipping out phones that have not been cured, meaning that the glue has not had a chance to settle. An easy fix would be to let the phone sit under a UV light or out in the sun. Now, I haven't really let my phone sit out in the sun unless I'm driving or under a UV light, but it has definitely gotten better over time. Other than this issue, I love the OnePlus One's IPS display. The OnePlus One runs on a crazy customizable version of Android called CyanogenMod. CyanogenMod is a free open source operating system based on the latest version of Android. On the OnePlus One, users can customize everything from the icons to the way the notification light pulses and its color. Users can also choose between having on-screen buttons or using the slightly dimly lit capacitive buttons found on the bezel. I personally chose to use the capacitive buttons and decided to turn the backlight off for them so everything is completely dark. You can also change the way the screen turns off when pressing the power button. I like the electro beam effect, but a simple fade out is also nice. No matter what, the phone will fade in from a black display when pressing the power button while in standby mode. Speaking of standby, the 3100 mAh battery does not have an official standby rating, but the battery does drain a little quicker than I expected while in standby mode. Now, I'm not saying the battery is bad. I can actually get through 2 days of moderate use with one charge. The battery just drains slightly quicker than I was expecting when not in use. The charging time is fairly quick too, thanks to its 2-amp official charger. Within about an hour and 30 minutes, my One was fully charged and ready to go. One really cool feature about the OnePlus One is Screencast. Screencast allows you to record everything being displayed on the phone's screen. A small circle is imprinted on the screen to show exactly where you are touching when played back. This feature can be useful for presentations or just recording your screen because you can. The microphones are also active during the duration of the recording, allowing you to record your voice while showing something off. Screencast will also record your voice through the microphones. You can stop the recording in 2 ways. Navigate back to the screencast icon and stop the recording from there, or just pull down the notification shade and touch stop. Another really awesome feature in theory are the Offscreen Gestures. Double tapping the display wakes the device. Making a V turns on the camera's flash, which can be used as a flashlight. Making a left or right arrow skips and replays a track, while making a circle opens up to the camera. I say these are awesome features in theory because they just don't work for me. While the phone is in my pocket, crazy things begin to happen while the screen is rubbing up against my leg. Every time I took the phone out of my pocket, it was acting as if someone hacked my device and began opening and closing random apps. I had no control over my phone whatsoever. I finally was able to restart the device and disabled all gestures, and the problem has not occurred since. I am very impressed with the OnePlus One's 13 megapixel camera. If you've seen my 4K DCI video and audio test, the video quality is pretty much outstanding, but stabilizing the camera is rather difficult. The camera's photo capabilities are just as equally impressive. The OnePlus One is, in short, a pretty awesome phone. While my device has a few shortcomings, it does not mean the same will hold true for you. The One is fast, and the only time you see a hint of stutter is when you record a video in 4K DCI resolution, but the video always plays back smoothly. The OnePlus One sound quality is also impressive. Calls come in loud and clear thanks to a recent update, and music sounds superb coming from the loudspeakers located on the bottom or using headphones plugged into the headphone jack located on the top. No phone can beat this phone's price either. $299 gets you 16 gigs of memory, and $349 gets you 64 gigs of memory, and these prices are for fully unlocked devices. The phone is GSM only, so you're stuck with AT&T or T-Mobile here in the US, or you can use an MVNO like Straight Talk or Net10 like I do. If you're wondering how to get your hands on this device, don't worry. OnePlus is doing away with its invite system in October for a new pre-order system. Hopefully its amazing prices stay the same.